Mongolia, a land of vast wilderness and ancient traditions. A place I've dreamt of exploring for as long as I can remember. In this series, I hope to uncover what makes this nomadic heartland so captivating. From navigating untouched landscapes by motorbike to sharing life in Gers with nomadic families, each episode will dive deeper into this fascinating country. Today, we begin by exploring the bustling capital, Ulaanbaatar. Good morning from Ulaanbaatar, the largest and capital city of Mongolia, a country in East Asia. This is where you will be likely landing if you were to visit the country. A fascinating nation, I'd say, because as a modern country, Mongolia is pretty much still unknown to many. So today I will be exploring the capital city, downtown area of this fascinating capital as my first timer, because tomorrow I'll be exploring a bit more with the locals that I have been introduced to very kindly by someone from my Patreon account. So yeah, I am excited because I didn't know anything as I arrived here in the city. Mongolia's capital has a unique past, shifting locations 29 times and changing names 5 times before settling in the protective valley where it stands today. Surrounded by 4 sacred mountains that shield it from the harsh winds and extreme climates. Nestled between the superpowers of Russia and China, Mongolia has adapted to some of the world's toughest conditions, serving as a peaceful buffer in East Asia, embodying resilience and independence. This traditional city that is considerably full of monasteries, temples, and Mongolian Gers, or yurt, has expanded for the past 300 years into this bustling metropolis of a city, and you can see definitely that this is the major hub, because there's any other city in the country that is quite like this. I just remembered that I have been to areas that is so close to Mongolia, and that is Inner Mongolia in China. When I used to live in China back in 2017 to 2018, and I stayed in the capital city Hohhot with a local, and I think that was the closest experience I had to Mongolia. Welcome to Sükhbaatar, which is considerably as the square in the city, where locals would use that as a meeting point. Look at this statue of Genghis Khan sitting here proudly. This is considered as the founding fathers that unite Mongolia. I think historically his warrior has got influence all the way to Eurasia. It's quite majestic to just see this statue sitting here overlooking the city. Oh, the joy of coffee. I am having a coffee and cake break in one of my favorite coffee shops in the city, Potala Coffee Shop, with its Tibetan interior design. It's actually something that I always look forward to. And I actually would like to share a few words from today's paid partner, Olaflight, which is my perfect travel companion. Olaflight is your perfect partner for staying connected abroad. With their international eSIM, you can skip the hassle of physical SIM cards. Having an Olaflight app on my phone is not only convenient but also hassle-free. I would just need to open the app, type directly Mongolia as my destination currently, and choose my plan for about 15 days. I'll go continue to payment. With my purchase being successful, I have now received an instant message from Olaflight on my WhatsApp. What is great about eSIM is that you don't have to carry a physical SIM card all over when you travel. I can just click activating my eSIM and it is connected to the local network. So I have personally been using Olaflight this year for all of my travels. Even recently from Hungary all the way to Romania, I was able to be connected even in real places. remote areas of the country, and I did a live stream from Bucharest, the capital city of Romania, without any hassle. If you are traveling soon, or if you're already traveling, please make sure to check out a wide range of packages that Olaflight offers by clicking the link at the top of my description box. Now I can't wait to actually explore some more of the city to show it to you what the downtown Ulaanbaatar looks like. Let's go. So this is a statue of Mongolia's statesman and military leader, which was also a prime minister of the country between 1939 and 1952. Behind it is, I think, perhaps a mayor's office of the city. And what's interesting is that if you can look at this section, this is actually the traditional Mongolian writing, whereas this part is actually the Cyrillic, which they then changed into it during the socialist era. Look at this colorful building. This is actually a state opera and ballet academic theater. I think they have a Swan Lake performance currently, and I've seen a couple of locals dressing up in such beautiful costume just entering this. Upon my observation, I think the youth actually has got more influence from South Korean fashion, food in terms of cuisine that exists, as well as like the way they dress and the makeup. It's quite interesting because you would think that it would be more Russian base of influence or Chinese influence, but I think South Korea looks a bit cooler perhaps for them. In fact, there's a street dedicated to Seoul named after the city, and it hosts so many Korean restaurants, Korean theme-based restaurants, which I find quite fascinating. As my attempt to be well-cultured, I would like to conclude my day with a dinner that encompasses Mongolian food and hopefully their local beer. This is half a liter for the Gobi Golden, I think it's called. Wow, this is probably the biggest beer I drink, and I'm sure I can't really drink it fully. Thank you. Wow. Oh, that smells fantastic. I wasn't so sure what to order. I'm digging. You wash it down with this beer. Oh wow. Wow. That's actually really good. But now I'm just going to enjoy my food in peace. Good morning. So I am here with Mina and
Hello.
Tukzo. We are at, very difficult for me to follow.
Yeah. In short, it's Gandan Monastery.
Gandan Monastery.
Yeah.
And it's really beautiful. The weather is stunning as well with the autumn leaves. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this video and let's go exploring the city.
Yeah. Let's go.
The monastery is stunning, and some aspects of this reminds me of the Tibetan monastery I have seen in certain parts of India-Bhutan border, and even certain parts of Korea, in South Korea. There's a section that you'll be able to grant your wishes if you ring the bell. Often traveling to a country as unique as Mongolia reminds me of how little I know, and I feel like often I am out of my depth. I am in an awe often when seeing this for the first time, and trying to observe that while trying to communicate it, my perception of what I see.
Here it's not that too.
While exploring the monastery, we managed to organize a short interview with one of the leading monks, who was able to tell us a bit about himself and the history of the monastery.
Сайн байна уу? За ингээд Монголын морхны шишний төв ганд гчлэгээс та бүхэнд одоо мэдчилж байна. За намайг Монголын морхны шишний төв Дашчам төвийн одоо дэргэдэх Дашчамбал татсангийн одоо шав алтан гэрэл гэдгээ. За миний бие 1990 онд Gandan гчлэг хийдэд 6 настайдаа шавлан суусан. За энэ Gandan хийд дээр одоо төрж өссөн ийм хүн байдгаа. За манай Gandan гчлэг хийдийн хувьд одоо анх байгуулагдсан цаг хугацаа гэх юм бол за 1736 оноос одоо хүрээнд Дашчамбал татсан байгуулагдаж, за ингээд өргөн одоо олон ламнар цугларж одоо эрдэм мэдлэгийн одоо оройд хүрсэн энэ номын орон болж байгаад 1937 онд одоо цаг үе улс төрийн одоо хүнд нөхцөл хэлмэгдүүлэлтээр энэ татсан болвол хаалга үүдэ барьсан байдаг юм аа. За тэгээ энэ татсан болвол тухайн үеийн хэлмэгдүүлэлтийн хамгийн том одоо байн болж олон ламнараа одоо улс төрийн хэлмэгдүүлэлтээр одоо алдсан. Тэгээд энэ цаг үеэс хойш одоо 70 жилийн хугацаанд 1990 оны хүртэл Дашчамбал татсан болвол одоо үүдэ барьсан гэдэг боловч 1944 онд Gandan хийд дахин сэргэж одоо Gandan хурал гэдэг нэртэйгээр дахин байгуулагдсан тэр цаг үеийг бол 1990 онд Gandan гчлэг хийдэд шав болж одоо ороход миний одоо номын багш одоо Донжил одоо цаанаа давж янцсан гэж багш байсан. Би тэр багшийн одоо дэргэд ингээд өсөж тойронж одоо ном эрдэмд суралцсан юм аа. Тэр багш маань бол 1937 оноос одоо үлдсэн одоо эрдэм мэдлэгийн одоо оройд хүрсэн ийм лам байсан. Gandan гчлэг хийдэг лам болж тэгээд өдий хүртэл яваа маань багшийн маань ач. Тэгээд энд бол маш их тийм баяртай байдгаа тийм.
So Gandan Monastery is practically a complex of this huge monastery that also determines historically the location of Ulaanbaatar as a city, and it's fascinating because I'm standing in front of the main temple, which also happens to have a family that's currently celebrating a wedding. Don't know if you can see. They're taking a family photo over here. So cool. It's a beautiful day, but also fascinating to be able to see such a massive Buddha statue. This is probably the second or even bigger to the one I've seen in Bangkok, Thailand. It is interesting because you would see many locals whispering their wishes here. It's fascinating to observe this tradition. So I'm going to try to whisper my wishes, and hopefully these wishes will be granted. I think you just have to push yourself into the crowds and whisper it to the woods. I'm just hoping this travel in Mongolia will be successful. That's my only wishes. Thank you.
Welcome to Black Market Silk Road. The silk is our traditional clothes material, and there is tons of silks, and every silk has their own unique pieces.
So we have come to the local market in Ulaanbaatar, and I suppose this is more like an open market that you would visit if you need all sorts of stuff to shop in one place. Tukso said that she can't even remember the last time when she was here. But I asked her specifically, can we visit and see what the local are selling? So we are at the silk section of the market, and I was told that price range could start from 8,000 to even 100,000 per meter, depending on the quality of the silk. And often locals probably would come here when they do want to have it tailored to their taste. I was told by Mina that if you were to block one of the sellers' probably stalls, there's a superstitious belief that you would practically will close their business. So it's a bad luck to actually stand in front of one of these stalls. This section is specifically for Kashmir product of the country, and if you don't know, Mongolia is famous for its cashmere and quality is superb. They also have got some yak wool over here, which is the high altitude animal of the country. It's stunning, some of those colors. These are Mongolian design. Absolutely gorgeous, these bags, and I think leather, kilted leather.
After visiting the market, we made our way to the Gers district, where traditional homes dot the landscape and many are still warmed by coal fires. Seeing where locals live always gives me a new perspective, and it was fascinating to get a glimpse into everyday life here. From there, we headed to a nearby park, a popular spot where residents come to relax and gather.
What a better way to end the day other than visiting a park. It is absolutely needed, especially after going to a market, being stuck in a traffic, going to Gers district. And I think a park like this is needed. So cool. Just cycling around. Look at these kids. Look at their skill. Obviously, Tukso and Mina are also enjoying walking with the hot drinks. Stunning with the sun about to set. Oh, this is a perfect way to end the day. So cool to see youth playing basketball like this, because they are so active being outside and engaged in sport. How do you describe Ulaanbaatar as your city?
Well, for Ulaanbaatar, we should talk Mongolia first. And Mongolia is the beautiful nature, a big landscape. Well, the first time, Ulaanbaatar built for only 400,000 people, but now we tried to build a more building and reduce the air pollution, trashes. What I want to say is like Ulaanbaatar is still improving, and I love my country, my city, my hometown. Yeah, it's probably a beautiful place. You should visit here. The job will fill your pocket, but the adventure is fill your soul. Thank you.
So that's pretty much about today's video. I hope you enjoyed. It's a really fascinating city as a capital, because obviously it is developing, vibrant, and there's so much potential, and a lot of people migrate to the city to seek better life, better jobs, and whatnot. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and let me know what you think in the comments section below. I would love to hear your comment, and I can't wait to see you from the next episode. Bye!